Okay guys, let's talk Zoodles. If you've never tried, attempted, or have any idea what I'm talking about, it's the equivalent of zucchini noodles. And I've got two contraptions today, a little handheld one that I initially bought, and then when I got serious into zoodling, I got this guy here, which is kind of fun because they've got all these different sizes, and I'll get the other one out. This one I haven't even used, as you can see, but different sizes for the actual zoodle, or if you want to play around with other vegetables, which is also super fun, like sweet potatoes or onions or regular potatoes. I plan on playing around with some of those on these videos, but to be honest, I've only really worked with zucchini. So we're going to do that today for a dish that I'm making, which is going to be a lemon garlic shrimp with zoodles. So here we go. I'm going to just wash these real quick, and then I'll show you with both contraptions. They both work really well. This one is just better if you're going to be doing it a lot, or you've got a lot to do at one time. So let's wash these and get to it. Alright, so I have rinsed my zucchini. I'm just going to go ahead and cut the top off. Start with the flat side. I'm going to start with showing you how to use this particular one, and you can see, or I don't know if you can see, but there's a thin side and a thick side. I usually go with the thick side. So all I'm going to do is stick my zucchini in there, and you're just going to turn it. Let's see if I can illustrate this a little better here. You're just going to turn it until you start to see the spirals come out. It's really easy, and because the zucchini is so soft, it'll just glide in there. You don't even need to use that much pressure. And you're just going to keep turning it until you can't turn no more. And a lot of times, you know, so you don't actually grate your fingers, you're going to be left with like a little nub. I do not throw these away. I save them and chop up that last little bit to put in, you know, like my eggs, or I'm actually doing a veggie frittata. So I'll show you guys, we can use those for that. But basically, it's that easy and pretty quick too. And you've got yourself your first set of zoodles. So for the remainder, just to make the process go a little faster, I'm going to show you in my big guy over here. Now with this, there's actually a little hole, and I'm going to set up my middle right where that hole is, because what that's going to do is that's going to take out kind of like the core, which is the softest part of the zucchini, and you'll actually just throw that part out, but you want it to be straight. And then, so once that's on, that's kind of stuck in there, just going to use a little bit of pressure, and there you have it. You can see, let's see, you can see over here how the middle piece just pops right off, and you can either use that, like I said, in something else. This is usually just the seeds, the real center that gets super soft, and that's why it's taken out, because that might get a little too mushy when you're trying to do your zoodles. But this one I like because it gives you a really nice strong ringlet there, as opposed to the other one. Sometimes it's hit or miss, it's a little thinner, but I think the bigger it is, the more al dente it is, and I like my zoodles a little al dente. Some people like them softer, so that's what I'm going with. So let's go ahead and finish these off, and let's get to business. I'm going to put those up there. I'll do those in a second. So let's move over here to the sink. All I have positioned is a colander in there, and you're just going to put your zoodles in there, spread them out a little bit, and then I am going to generously coat them with some salt. Probably about a quarter to a half teaspoon salt, depending on how many you have. And I'm just going to kind of toss them so the salt gets all over them. And I'm just going to let them sit for about 30 minutes. And what that salt's going to do is it's going to extract a lot of the moisture. I'm going to let it drain. I'm going to rinse them once and then let them drain again, because you don't want all that salt to remain on your zoodles. So that's why you want to rinse them. But so we'll let them hang out, let the moisture kind of pull out of them, and then we'll come back and I'll show you our last step. Alright, we are back to check on our zucchini that's been hanging out for about 30 minutes. We just put some salt on top so you can see, just kind of, I don't know if you can see or not, but there's liquid that's actually dripping. And I did lift it up once before and there was a significant amount. So you should get that. You should see some liquid fall from the colander, and you can see it's pretty sweaty. It looks wet, it feels wet. So I'm going to rinse it now with some cold water. You just want to get rid of all that salt. And some of you might think this is counterproductive because aren't we just getting water back in there? But this water will drain off. So we're just, again, going to let them stay in there now that they're rinsed. Leave them in there again until they're dry. If you need to pat them dry, if you're in a hurry to get them into a skillet, go ahead and do that. But I'm just going to let mine rest. I've got some time right now. And then once they are dried out, patted dry, we'll just throw them into a skillet with a little olive oil, salt, pepper, and then we'll top them with our garlic lemon shrimp. There you go. Flavor to my zoodles, which I ate a whole bowl just like this. They were super tasty. And that's it. Let them saute a little bit longer, but this is what they end up looking like, guys. So good. I ate this whole bowl just like this, like I said, but you can go ahead and add in protein, or you can put different sauces on. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like. Don't forget to subscribe